Hello, everybody! Hello, everybody. I know we promised a video for, what was that? Extreme Rules,
Yes.
and we didn't deliver. Do you have anything to say for yourself?
Uh, that we're lazy?
We? Okay, I'll
Oh,
include myself
I'm
too.
sorry. I'm sorry. I don't believe you made one, did you?
No, because I kept saying, oh, Chris will call me.
How long did it take you to watch the show?
Long time. Anyway, we're going to go back and forth blaming each other. And I hope you can hear Chris. He seems to be quiet all of a sudden. Say something?
I'm here. Can you hear
I think so. So anyway, we'll make it up to you somehow. We're still figuring out how we're going to make it up to you for missing a pay-per-view that we promised, that he promised. But we're going to move on. We're going to review Breaking Point, right?
me? Sure. Yeah. Well, no. Not even close.
What is this? Wait, don't tell me. Don't tell me. This wasn't Breaking Point that we just watched?
No.
Well, why don't you tell us what we...
We just watched Payback.
Payback.
Yes.
Which is very similar to Breaking Point because a P and a B look a lot alike.
Yeah. No, not really.
Well, anyway, I apologize. This is a very long week for me, and I'm very tired, so I apologize for being more like myself than I usually am. Is that fair to say?
I suppose. I guess. I don't know.
All right. So let's start talking about Payback, right? And then, yeah. So now I had a few thoughts going into it, but none of them were realized. Well, let me start there. Can I start with my general feeling on things?
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay, so one thing that's bothering me is that, and this will turn into a long thing, and we won't have to turn into it. We'll just discuss it. So you've got Bray Wyatt and John Cena. So my big fear was that we're blurring the lines too much between the good guys and the bad guys because the audience is going to cheer for someone for certain reasons. I just, as a purist, would like the heel to get booed and the hero to get cheered. Right? And I was afraid that we have too many of these muddled roles, anti-heroes, certainly with, Cena and Wyatt. And I think that maybe the WWE, before they, go forward with a match where someone like Bray Wyatt will get cheered, maybe they need to reassess who they're pitting against whom. It's just a thought I had. I will say, though, watching Payback, I felt that it was that my fears were not realized. Okay?
Okay. Fair enough.
And no thoughts, no comments?
We'll discuss it when we get to the match because
Okay.
we could argue for hours about John Cena, but
Right. And I know what your thoughts are. And okay, so let's start with the evening. So the first match was...
the first official match of the show was the Sheamus Cesaro match for the U.S. Championship.
Okay. Right.
Sheamus won,
Right.
which I guess makes sense. I mean, he just won the championship, so I guess you don't want to take it away from him so soon. But
Yes, now when did Cesaro become a heel?
he has kind of had heelish tendencies, I'd say, for the past couple of months.
Okay.
It's hard to say exactly
Okay.
when he became a heel, but having Paul Heyman around doesn't
Yeah,
obviously
it seemed...
make.
Right, it seemed odd to me that he would have Brock Lesnar and Cesaro, because initially Cesaro was the fan favorite. Everyone loved him.
Right.
So, I thought it was a good match. Your thoughts? Anything special stand out to you?
I thought it was a good match too. I thought it was very entertaining. I mean, I guess I have no major problems with the way it finished. Both guys ended up looking good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, of course, obviously, Sheamus ended up looking better because he won, but
Yeah, yeah.
you know, he won with a roll up, which is kind of a fluky way to win.
Yeah, it did end pretty quickly.
Yeah, but it was an entertaining match. It was a fun match to watch.
Yeah.
You know, I enjoyed it.
I did as well.
I still think that I think they're going somewhere with Cesaro. I almost am. I catch myself sometimes wondering if the plan with Cesaro is that he will be the guy that fights Brock Lesnar when Brock Lesnar comes back. I wonder sometimes.
Okay. Interesting thought. So moving on to the next match.
Next was Cody Rhodes and Gold Dust versus Ride Daxel, which is probably the stupidest name in the world.
Yeah, it took me a while to realize that Axel used to be. He's Kurt Hennig's son, right?
Right. He used to be in
McGillicuddy.
He used to call him. Yeah.
Okay, I remember now. I don't remember being blown away by the match. Obviously, the ending where Cody walks away from Goldust was the big selling point.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll see where that goes.
I don't know where they're going with it. I mean, I guess eventually they had to split those two up. They couldn't go on forever. I mean, obviously, of the two, Cody's got the longer career in front of him.
Mm.
But I don't necessarily want to see Cody as a heel again. We haven't seen him have a good face run on his own.
Yeah, and I think he could do it.
Well, I think he could too. I mean, he's always been a bad guy. I mean, you know, briefly he took that turn by himself, and then fairly his brother came along, and they formed a tag team. So he hasn't had a good chance to show his David side, which I don't know. I mean, I feel Cody's another one of those guys that just, no matter what he does, it's going to just kind of get lost in the shuffle of things.
Mm.
Which is sad, but I guess they have to have those kind of guys out there.
Yeah, speaking of which, just as a brief sidebar, Dolph Ziggler, what's the status of that fella?
Dolph Ziggler is floundering. He was actually in a Money in the Bank qualifying match on Monday night, and he lost. So he probably won't even be in that match. He's kind of going nowhere fast, which is another frustrating thing.
Now, I saw a headline somewhere that he was going to... It was almost sounded like he was considering, you know, hanging up the boots or whatever you say. Because he's been...
He's one of those guys that they slowly created his build and created his vibe, and then finally he won the championship, and then he got a concussion, so he was branded as one of those injury-prone guys, and now they're probably afraid to do anything with him.
Yeah, yeah. All right, well...
It's like Christian, God bless him. Every time he comes back, well, they don't join him here. Okay,
so Cody Rhodes, hopefully this will not be a heel turn. It didn't look terribly heelish to me.
That didn't know. So
unless they play it as, you know, Goldust tries to pull Cody back, and Cody resists to the point that he turns evil, which could happen.
Yeah.
Okay, next match. That was the Big E Langston, right?
Yeah, that was Big E and
Rusev.
Yeah.
Any thoughts? I don't really remember anything about this match.
Well, there wasn't a whole lot. There was one big moment where Rusev was trying to stand up outside the ring on the ropes, and Big E kind of speared him through the ropes, and they fell onto the mat on the floor.
Oh.
Which, I mean, it's funny because if you're talking about a guy like, you know, like Seth Rollins or Daniel Bryan, somebody that's small. It's no big deal. They do that kind of thing all the time. But because the 300-pound guys, for whatever reason, it was just completely amazing.
Okay.
Or people thought it was. I didn't think it was amazing. Rusev won, which it continues the whole trend of, me new bad guys, me must win all the time.
Yeah, but there's something to me, and maybe it's, nostalgia for the Cold War, but there's something to me that's fun that we have a Russian, a Russian that we can all hate.
Yeah.
And it goes back to my good guy, bad guy thing, where I just really want
Well, that's the thing about him. There is no redeeming quality about him.
Right. I want my villains to be villainous.
Right.
Even if they're great wrestlers and great athletes, I want them to just be undoubtedly the bad guy.
Right.
So,
I will say this, though. This is old Lana. She party.
Yeah, I had a feeling you would.
She party.
You'd be all up on. I knew immediately that she was not really Russian. She was apparently raised in Russia, but when she speaks English, her accent is not. Do they not employ dialect coaches at the WWE?
Probably not. They don't give a crap.
Yeah, I guess nobody really knows.
Probably goes there like, okay, they're going to be Russian. Go out on there. But as Bruce said, I'm fairly certain he's not Russian.
Huh.
If anything, he looks Samoan.
Oh, interesting. Well, speaking of Samoan.
Right. Could be wrong, I don't know.
Okay, so next match was.
The next match was Bob Newhart versus RVD.
Right.
Which our buddy, apparently our buddy Johnny Thunder was one of those kids holding up the RVD sign.
The aluminum foil ones?
Yes, he was.
Oh boy!
I believe.
Oh well, good for him. Yeah, I saw that and I said, that's a really strange choice to do aluminum foil, but I liked it. It worked, and they're on TV.
Yeah.
Well, good for you, Johnny Thunder. I hope you're watching, and I'm a Facebook friend, so I see all your things. He said something recently that I thought was brilliant. He said, upon further consideration, I have decided to delay the debut of my summer beach bod. Thank you for your patience, or something to that effect. And I thought it was very funny. So, Johnny, that's for you. Okay, so what did you think about this? This match, to me, I don't know, because this is one of the ones that I was afraid of, that people like Bad News Barrett and really root for him.
He's been getting a lot of cheers lately. I've always liked Barrett.
Yeah.
And I've always felt like he's been underutilized. So it's exciting to see him kind of being put back out there.
Mm-hmm. It's sad to me, though, that RVD, I don't know what his agreement is with the WWE. Is he under contract, or is he doing like a Brock Lesnar thing?
He's under contract. No, he performs on a regular basis. I mean,
okay.
He performs weekly. The thing about him is it's funny because this happened to be the one match that my mom walked in on, and she sat down with me for a minute. She looked at RVD, and she's like, "That's that Van Dam fella, isn't it?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Man, he looks rough."
You think?
I was like, "Yeah, he's getting up there. He's an old man. I mean, he's really good shape for an old man. Don't get me wrong, but I just feel like he doesn't have. He's one of those guys that I just feel like doesn't have a whole lot left to offer. And I hate to see him just wasted, and I don't know. I don't know what they can do with him.
Yeah, I feel like he delivers, though. He delivers good matches, and that's why, to me, it was a bad choice to pair him with Barrett, who the audience can't choose to get fully behind RVD. So it kind of feels like, I don't know, I would like for him to enjoy.
Back when he was with TNA, right before he went to WWE, I never watched the show, but I would always read about it. And the guys that the website that I go to, they would always comment on how just gullible RVD was. He just did this gullible baby face. He's always doing the whole RVD thing and not paying attention to the guy in the ring behind him. And that's why I would always lose. And, it Yeah, I'm just a good guy, man.
Okay.
Well,
Well, but I feel like the clock is ticking on him just because of his age and because of the style of his performance.
yeah.
So I would just like him to have a good, solid run. Especially now that he's back with WWE.
Yeah, that'd be nice, but I wonder if that will happen.
Okay. Well, now we're moving on to the next match, which was...
The next thing was actually not a match, it was the whole Daniel Bryan.
Right. Any special thoughts?
Sadly, no. I mean, I don't know what to think about this whole Daniel Bryan thing. In a way, I'm glad that they didn't take the title off of him.
Mm-hmm.
But it does also kind of bum me out that the champion hasn't done anything since, the last pay-per-view.
Yeah, but they've got a storyline here that's keeping him visible. That's a start.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I thought it was a fun segment. Crowd pleasing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, people were definitely, especially when Bree, slapped Stephanie in the face. People ate that up.
And called her the B word.
It did.
So, we'll see where that goes. Next was John Cena.
Next was John Cena.
Bray Wyatt.
Very well.
Okay, say what you need to say.
I'll let you start.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't have my hopes weren't high, but I was really impressed with the match that ended up. I thought the ending wasn't my favorite, the way he put him in that little case and
Right.
covered him up. But I thought it was a really strong match. I thought it was very good. I was worried when the Usos came out that it was going to be just a cluster what. But I like the fact that the Usos quickly, overpowered the other Wyatt guys. So it was just the two men fighting. So that was good. And I see what they're doing, I think. So yes, you have what I'm complaining about, the whole heel-face thing being muddled. But I think the one thing you might be getting out of it is they're trying to darken John Cena's image. They're trying to allow him a chance to be a little bit meaner and a little bit edgier so that the fans that hate him for being the white meat babyface now get a chance to see him as maybe there's something else there to him. So that's my opinion. And I don't know if it's going to work.
I'm going to have to disagree with you on that.
Oh, no.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, it's the rubber match. John Cena won the first match, Bray Wyatt won the second match.
Right.
But it's still just, I don't know. It goes back to what we've always talked about before. He's one of these guys that's been around so long. He doesn't need to win a belt anymore. He doesn't need to be in the forefront anymore, but he continues to be shoved down people's throats. And I am just sick of it.
Okay. And I know we've discussed this a billion times, so I guess it's not even worth saying, but people still choose him. They still want him to some degree.
I don't. Yes, they do. But
some element of the crowd.
Again, not to sound harsh or not to put it down or anything, but I feel like if he was to go away. I mean, it's like I know they were Chicago last night, but they were still cheering CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
He's been gone since January, and they still cheer his name. They still cheer his name on a weekly basis.
Okay.
You wouldn't get that for John Cena if he was to go away. If he was to go away, let's say indefinitely. No, we had no idea when he was coming back.
Okay.
People would want to cheer for him the way they cheer for CM Punk. They wouldn't want him back the way they wanted CM Punk back.
When you say people,
yes, they're happy. That's my point. They're happy when he's there. They like him when he's there. When they can see him, when they can hear his music, when they can see him run out, when they can, see him do his whole salute and all the five knuckle shuffle stuff. I mean, they enjoy that when it's there, but when he's not there, I don't think it bothers people as much as CM Punk not being there.
Okay.
Or Daniel Bryan not being there.
This is gonna turn into one of the famous feuds again, but let me just simply say, we'll agree to disagree, and I will say that when you say people, the people that cheer for CM Punk are a certain gender, right? And the people that cheer for Cena, but somebody's gonna miss Cena.
Yeah, little kids. The majority of John Cena's fans are little kids.
And they're an important part of the audience.
They're told to like.
What is that?
Say it again? I said little kids will like who they're told to like.
Yeah, maybe.
Yes. Little kids like who's shoved down their throat because they're told to like whose merchandise is the most colorful and they can buy, at the stand.
Okay, I don't know about that. We'll think about that. So, you thought
at the end of it, I mean, again, the right way for that match would have been for Bray Wyatt to win. I'm sorry, John Cena didn't need to win.
But you can't let somebody who is that evil win, because then you're supporting that type of voodoo, sacrilege, blasphemy. So that kind of a character has to be put away. It has to be defeated. Even if he hangs around, it just has to happen that way. I know you don't like the idea that Cena keeps winning because you don't like Cena, but still, he's got to beat somebody like Bray Wyatt.
Well, what about The Undertaker? I mean, if you would describe that character to somebody that knows absolutely nothing about wrestling, they would say, well, he's got to be a bad guy, right? He's evil. He's got to be hated.
Right.
And when you told that person that, he's one of the most respected guys in that business and everybody loves him, they would probably be kind of shocked.
Okay, I accept your point, but I don't think Bray Wyatt is there at this point.
No, he's not. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that a character like that is that person. They can't be like. A lot of people do like Wyatt.
But I think they like him because they like the story, they like the handling of the character, and they don't like Cena. That's why people cheer for him. But again, this goes back to my moral equivalency. I don't like the idea that I just don't like some characters being loved when they shouldn't be loved.
Well, I mean, it's like this. I'm gonna reference something that you know nothing about, but I'm sure a lot of our fans do. On this week's episode of Game of Thrones. Spoiler alert.
Well, I'm gonna watch it at some point.
One of the most, liked characters of the season got killed.
I hear that.
And that happens frequently on this show. I mean, in the books, in the show, it seems like it's one of those things where everybody that you really enjoy, that you really like, that you really want to get behind, gets killed. And all that we're left with is all these people that have they're gray, they're shades of gray, they have good tendencies, bad tendencies, but most of the characters that are put in the forefront are the people that you just really want to hate.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, okay, they're going to fall.
Okay.
But you want to see this great build to that, and I just don't feel like you got this great build to that with this whole John Cena thing.
Okay. Yeah, and I haven't been following it aside from the 3 matches from the last 3 pay-per-views. So I don't know. I don't know about that. But I just felt like from the matches, seeing what I've seen, that they're trying to, Bray was trying to break Cena and let him, release his anger like the Emperor Palpatine wanted Luke Skywalker to do. And he resisted, and I feel like he started this time to give in a little bit. But it didn't feel like a terribly dark turn. It felt like adding a little bit of an edge to Cena. But if you disagree, that's okay. We'll just disagree. Because we have to move on. Next match.
Next match was, I think it was the females. It was the ladies.
Oh, that's right. Alicia Fox and that other lady.
Yeah.
I tend not to watch diva matches. I'm sorry, Gilbert, if you're watching. I know that Alicia, I heard them, I was listening. I was in the room while it was playing, so I heard them saying that Alicia has been acting very erratic lately.
She's been acting cray-cray.
Okay.
Straight up cray-cray.
So, anything of interest? She lost again?
Not really. I mean, it was. I mean, again, I thought kind of the same way. It was kind of just a typical even match. I like Minnie. I think she's one of the more interesting divas that we've had in a long time. But it's what a shame. It's just kind of drab, boring. They don't give these girls a whole lot of time. They don't really let them develop as characters enough. So you don't really care either way who wins. You don't have a vested interest in who's winning this match and who's losing this match.
Okay.
So it's kind of hard to get behind that. But, again, at some point in a 3-hour show, you got to be able to get up and go to the bathroom.
Right. You need the ebbs and flows of energy.
Right.
And I suppose those who really want to see the pretty ladies will be entertained, and those who need a little break from things, Right. Okay, now we're moving on to, this was the main event, right?
Yeah, the main event was
Evolution versus The Shield.
correct.
Okay, let me tell you my thought after the last match. And and then I'll blend the two. So my problem with the match at Extreme Rules. Okay, you've got young and fresh versus old and experienced, right?
Yeah.
The idea is that these guys are so young and fresh and smart that they're able to dominate everybody. My problem is you have the older, experienced guys who might be slower. They might not be as quick in the brain. However, the one element that they have is power. And my problem with the way this is all being handled, or at least last month, I said to myself, no, they wouldn't be able to take Batista down so easily. They're just so quick to overpower these giant guys, these guys that are so much bigger. I was looking during Payback. Was this one?
Mm-hmm.
During Payback, there were a couple of shots where you see him walking back to the ring or whatever. I thought Batista was big. Triple H, I think, is even bigger than Batista. He's an enormous man.
I think now he is, yeah. Batista was always, years ago was bigger, but he's lost a lot of weight.
Ah.
Yeah, now I think Triple H is the biggest of three of them. In fact, I would say Randy Orton is to me a lot larger than Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose.
Oh yeah. Orton has gotten, he's just big. So my point is, these huge guys that have been built up as being the top guys, they shouldn't fall so quickly and easily to the Shield. To me, that's just kind of borderline pandering. You know, hey, crowd, I know you love the new guys, and I know you're sick of the old guys, so let's beat them up. So, I'm trying to remember. I believe, though, this match was much better in those terms. However, it didn't then make sense to me for the Shield guys to come back and dominate at the end. They got the crap beat out of them by these enormous gentlemen who are, you know, masters of their game. So, yeah, maybe they're quicker. Oh, and the whole thing with Seth Rollins standing on the Jumbotron, which is almost exactly the same thing that he did, at Extreme Rules, when he jumped out of the second tier of the audience.
Yeah.
That was predictable to me. Because I said any second now, Seth Rollins is going to wind up somewhere up there, and he's going to jump down on top.
Amazing that he jumped off of this thing, and it really, I mean, not to knock on it, not to put it down in any way, but it wasn't that high up. It wasn't that amazing.
Yeah. And they said, how did he get up there? And I thought, oh, they probably just put a ladder back there, and he climbed up.
Yeah, I would imagine it was.
So what was your thoughts? Do you agree, disagree with my appraisal?
Well, my thing is I haven't been a big fan of Batista since he's been back.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been a fan of Orton for the longest time. And you know my feelings. You know how I just feel about all evolution guys. You know, I'm not crazy about them.
Okay.
I like the Shield. I do.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about the Shield is the one guy that most people seem to be so high on is Roman Reigns, and of the three of them, he's my least favorite.
Mm.
Because he, to me, just comes across as another big guy you expect to win.
Yeah, the whole Superman punch, it's cool looking, don't get me wrong, but to me, the guy who's the supposed powerhouse of the organization, there's got to be something, you know, more powerful he can do besides jump up and punch somebody. Right?
I mean, it does. It looks cooler than the Big Show's punch, where the Big Show just you're like, oh, love it.
Yeah, go.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree. I mean, Seth Rollins to me. I mean, again, Seth Rollins reminds me of Jeff Hardy,
Mm-hmm.
who we know I love, and Dean Ambrose reminds me of a young Randy Orton.
Oh.
Roman Reigns, just to me, comes across as another big guy, and he's the one that everybody's so high on. He's the one that's going to get the major push. And I had a feeling that if nothing else, it would come down to. I figured the show would win. I just figured that it would be Roman Reigns winning the whole thing. I didn't think they would all three win.
Mm.
That was kind of puzzling to me.
Roman Reigns from Pensacola, Florida, right?
What they were trying to tell in this match was they wanted to tell the story that Evolution just wanted to beat the crap out of these guys. They didn't care so much about winning.
Okay.
They wanted to hurt them. Because I think there were several times when they could have, especially like when Roman Reigns was in getting whipped with the kendo sticks, they could have pinned him right there.
Yes. But the lengths that they went to beat him up, he should not have been able to rebound the way that he did.
That's wrestling.
I know, it just bugs me. Oh, and the other thing that bothers me, while I'm on the subject, is all the matches with the Shield seem to turn into a free-for-all, which.
No, any match involving the Shield has to be a six-person match. I mean.
Right, but at some point, everybody's in the ring.
Turn into a free-for-all.
What's that?
That by design, at some point they'll have to turn into. When you're talking about six guys being in the ring at one time. At some point, they're going to have to...
I know, but it just gets to be a little much. I just want, and like in this one, how did anybody know who the legal man was? How could Batista say, yeah, I'm still legal, after they've been beating someone up for 20 minutes outside the ring?
Well, I mean, there was one point early in the match where I just noticed that as soon as they all got in the ring, all three of them, all six guys, they paired up, these three groups, basically, all went their separate ways, and none of them were in the ring. They were all in the crowd. And it just got to the point where the camera guys were, it seemed like they were having to chase them around.
Right, and
they didn't know who to show. And at some point, I was thinking to myself, I bet this is in the match. This is in the back, thinking to himself, yeah, this isn't working. Somebody get back in the ring.
Yeah, I was thinking of the poor director who's sitting out in that truck looking at all the screens. Several times you would hear, Michael Cole, wow, look at what he just did, and somebody did something over here, but they couldn't catch it. Either they weren't on camera or too much was happening and nobody knew what camera to cut to. So, yeah, it might be fun for the audience, but there needs to be a little more control for it to be on TV. I think.
Yeah,
I'm no expert.
I agree.
So, that was that. So, yeah, I just was... And I'm not a huge fan of the Evolution guys. I'm with you. I haven't been... Batista never excited me much. Triple H, I respect him, but never much. Orton, I've had my moments of Orton love, but he's getting to the place of, let's do something. Excite me, say something to me. But to me, from the perspective of believability, which I think there still needs to be a little bit, it just didn't seem that there was a believability to the Shield winning this one.
Right.
That was my problem. So, we move on. You were going to tell me something. I did not see Monday Night Raw.
Right. You did not see Monday Night Raw. So there's a couple things to know.
Okay. What happened?
First thing is, Batista is gone. Batista quit.
Oh.
I'm assuming that his deal is up, because he's got to go back and he's got to promote Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
So he's gone. And Seth Rollins turned on the Shield.
What?
He is now, I assume he's a part of Evolution.
Wow.
Yeah. Which, honestly, is kind of surprising to me, because I figured of the three of them, if anybody's concerned, it would be Ambrose. Because he to me just comes across as a natural bad guy. He just got this look of a bad guy.
Yeah, I don't, that's what's prevented me from truly liking him, because he just comes across as a little grating to me, a little too D-baggy.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins...
He's kind of slimy and greasy, and he looks like he's just so naturally be a bad guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was kind of shocking that of the three of them, Rollins would be the one to turn.
So then what is the Shield going to do to maintain its three-man status?
I don't know. My guess would be that they'll become defunct. There will be no more Shield.
Oh, wow.
And that they will all go their separate ways. So, which will be interesting. It's one of the things where I've kind of felt like, okay, I'd like to see what these three guys can do individually.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it goes back to what I said before. I fear that of the three of them, Reigns is going to be the one that's shoved down our throats, and I don't necessarily want to see that.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you think they'd run their course? Maybe I've been bad-mouthing them for the last few minutes, but
it's hard to say. I mean, there are already some people on the interweb. They're saying, "Oh, Seth Rollins didn't really turn. He's acting as a double agent, and he's trying to spy on Evolution and yada yada blah blah blah." Which, I mean, again, I'm sure they could do if they wanted to, but at some point it's got to end. These are three young guys, the future of this company. You don't want the three of them to be working with each other for the rest of their careers. At some point, they're going to have to part ways.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else exciting? Any follow-up on the Daniel Bryan?
No, not anything major. They did say that at the next the Money in the Bank pay-per-view that either Daniel Bryan is going to put in a match against a stretcher match against Kane. If he's healthy enough to compete. If he's not healthy enough to compete, the Money in the Bank ladder match will be for the WWE Championship.
Wow.
So there's potential for a lot of, kerfuffle there.
Yeah.
But having said that, I don't know. I have no idea who right now they're planning on winning the Money in the Bank ladder match.
Do you know any of no participants have been named, or have there?
Alberto Del Rio is the only participant so far.
And he's a heel now.
What has he done lately?
Yeah. He lost to somebody on Raw. Didn't he?
I honestly, I could not tell you.
Oh, it seems like they were showing clips during Payback.
Yeah, but it's just I don't know who they'll give that briefcase to. I feel like other than you got Daniel Bryan, you got John Cena, you got Bray Wyatt, you got the Shield guys. I feel like everybody else is just kind of lost in the shuffle right now.
They need somebody to return a big name from the past, someone that everybody loves anyway. I think John Morrison. I think this is his time.
I'm sorry, I don't think that's going to happen there, buddy.
A girl can dream.
I think he'll come out, his music will go off, and everybody will be like, who?
And then he'll kick everybody's keister, and they'll say, "Oh yeah," because he's awesome. Just saying. All right. Any closing? Oh, go ahead.
It's a weird time right now in wrestling. It's kind of like I feel like there's no clear picture of where anybody is going.
Yeah.
This is interesting.
I haven't watched my WWE Network terribly regularly. I need to get back on it. But I feel like it's kind of sad that they couldn't launch the network at a time that's like a creative, high. That it just feels like they've been slogging along for the past couple of years, creatively. And this is when they choose to...
I feel like they've just gotten to the point now where they're promoting all these other things. They've been promoting movies or, social media. They've been building towards the network. I feel like the product stuff with the wrestling itself has just kind of been put on the back burner to promote all this other stuff.
Yeah. I think what happens, and I don't know if the company's been doing well, but I think sometimes in a big conglomerate that's known for creativity, sometimes if they're riding high in terms of profits and whatnot, they don't realize that the thing that made them popular to begin with was their creative product. So they focus less on that because, why? Because the audience is there.
Right.
That might be what's happening. That they feel like, the audience is...
I agree with it.
I
agree.
Yeah, so maybe they'll turn things around. Maybe they'll find...
One thing we did forget to mention is Dallas, Captain Dallas. What were you feelings on him?
Yeah, he's a funny-looking fella.
He's a very funny-looking fella.
I don't really know. The audience seemed to kind of like him. Didn't they?
I suppose. I don't know. I wasn't fond of him. I'm not crazy about that. I don't care. Have you been able to how do you feel about the Adam Rose thing? Have you been able to see him at all?
I've not seen him yet. I liked his promos. I really liked his little videos. So I'd be interested to see where he goes. He's a heel, right? Or
So
not?
he's a face. He's a face.
Oh. Yeah, I'd like to see what they do with him. Is he on Raw this past week?
Yeah, he was on Raw. He was on Raw Monday.
Then I'll have to look into that. And I'll get back to you. What do you think?
Okay.
Or will it spoil anything?
I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting idea. It's an interesting character. It's interesting to see where they go with it. I mean, these guys in the future, I mean, you've got the Shield guys, you got Bray Wyatt, now you've got Bo Dallas, Adam Rose. You know, these are the guys that all came in around the same time, that are the future of the company. And not to sound cheesy or anything, but I think the future is now. It's time for guys like Randy Orton, Triple H, John Cena to step aside and let these younger guys shine.
Or maybe a better way to phrase that, in case Mr. Cena and Orton are watching. We love you guys. Thanks. The better way to say that would be, it's time to find the qualities in the new guys that made the current Ortons and Cenas superstars to begin with.
Right.
Find a way to package them and sell them to the audience if it requires that, or just find the qualities that make them, go over. I think that's the challenge, and I don't think I guess it's a crapshoot because they just might not have all the right qualities. But I think that you're right. I think it's time to start finding all of that.
Yes, sir.
All right. So any closing words before we wrap it up?
No. I guess Money in the Bank is the next pay-per-view, which I mean I can't speak for the whole show, but I've always enjoyed that match. I've always liked that match. So I think we will definitely, not definitely, but we will try our best to do a video on Money in the Bank.
Right. And I will try to keep him, and again, like I said, we'll find a way to make it up to you that you've missed a wonderful review. You missed one, so it'll be okay, probably.
Yeah, maybe.
But anyway, until next time, I'm Scott.
I'm Chris.
And we'll see you real soon. Adios.